As the temperatures start dropping, you might start looking for more activities you can do inside.
And one place you'll want to add to the list is Krannert Art Museum on the U of I campus. Our storyteller, Sarah Lehman, is here with us to tell you about a new exhibit they have.
Yeah, it's a really cool, interesting new showcase that they have. It shows how much history really does repeat itself, specifically through comedians, editorial, cartoons, and, if you'll believe it, memes.
Oh.
Yeah, check it out. Imagine you're walking through an art museum and you see pieces like this, cartoons and memes of current events. It's not what you might expect for an art exhibit in 2022, but turn back the clock a few hundred years or so, you'll find some people were doing the same thing.
This project is the culmination of about a decade of research. I started out working on my dissertation researching images of a politician who was executed after having a political fight. And as I was working on that, I was very surprised that the type of thing we normally associate with Dutch art, things like paintings by Vermeer of women in interiors or images of sophisticated people by Rembrandt or beautiful, windmills in a landscape, that all of this coexisted with a really robust news culture where people were not just being told about what happened in current events, but really given a spin, being told how to think about and remember current events.
People in the 17th century Dutch Republic, they were making their very own political cartoons and memes, like Big Fish Eat Little Fish.
Big fish eat little fish is basically just a proverb that means that a lot of times wealthy and powerful people will exploit less powerful people. So they took this pre-existing plate and just added the name of a politician who had recently been convicted of criminal charges and executed on this big gutted fish. And just like a meme, you take a recognizable image that has a lot of humor and pep and interest, and you immediately make it about political events and shape the way people are thinking about them. I think it's so clever. I think it's such a strong and powerful image, and one that really we can all relate to and understand today.
And there are so many pieces like this. So much so, they've made an entire exhibit at the Krannert Art Museum.
We have just opened the exhibition Fake News and Lying Pictures, a show that investigates political printmaking in the 17th century.
You can see current meme culture and political cartoons. They've been around for centuries.
When people visit the exhibition, they'll see a lot of examples of many of the types of political image making and methods that we see today, only in works about 400 years ago. Recycling of images, ridiculing people by making them look foolish, the same types of things we might see in political cartoons today.
From poking fun at individual politicians or leaders to calling out entire countries and starting full-blown wars. That's the history of these prints, and the history, they say, feels all too familiar today.
A lot of people are very surprised. I mean, we've reiterated that there are strong parallels between things like political cartoons in newspapers or even memes on the internet. But I think when they finally get in and start seeing the examples, it's still a surprise that 400 years ago, the same types of techniques were at use.
Except 400 years ago, there was no social media, of course.
Can you imagine if these people had Facebook?
It would have been a much more volatile place.
All right, well, you can go see this exhibit right now. It's on view until December 17th in the East Gallery of the main level of the museum. On top of the exhibit, they also have other events happening that tie into it as well. This week, they're hosting a printmaking workshop, so you can kind of make one of these like fun cartoons that they have up and then take it home for yourself.
Like, what ages do you think that would be good for? Like
Anybody. Printmaking? I think that'd be so cool.
I'll do it.
I don't know, maybe not like a toddler. I don't know. I don't print make. I'm not sure. But you know where you can find out? CILiving.tv. We have all the information over there.
Well, there you go.